happy Wednesday. I hope that this video finds you doing well. So today I did my weigh-in, and it's actually been a couple of weeks since I weighed in, and I was only down like a little over a pound. Now, of course, I was disappointed with myself about that, but the fact of the matter is that's on me. The reason that I didn't lose any more weight is all on me. I can't make excuses. I can't put the blame on anywhere else. I have been sick. Yes, I was sick with a virus. And the week that I had the virus, I actually lost 5 pounds. But once I was over the virus and feeling better and able to start eating solid foods again, guess what? I did not really lose 5 pounds that week. But I did 5 pounds on the scale, but once I started eating, it was right back there. So it's on me, and I take full responsibility for that. I had not been working out the way I needed to be working out, and after the virus, I knew that I was making some less than ideal food choices, but it is what it is, I guess. We're not gonna dwell on it. Here's the thing. I am not gonna dwell on it. I'm not gonna beat myself up. I know that what I did was not my intention, but I did it. I'm disappointed in myself, yes, but I'm not gonna beat myself up. I guess I just wasn't in a place mentally where I was ready to start getting back into this. Overcoming this injury, I have been using it as a crutch for so long. As far as I can't work out to where I was. I'm not at my capacity. I'm afraid of getting re-injured. Sometimes my chest still gets sore because there is still swelling and bruising. But that's a mental roadblock that I'm gonna have to keep working on every single day. Every day when I get up and try to make myself work out, that is a mental roadblock that's gonna be there, and that's something that I'm gonna have to push through. Nobody can do it for me. I just have to do it myself, and I'm going to continue working on that. I am going to post my weight here, which, like I said, is only down a pound from the last weigh-in that I did. So it's not great, but at least it's my weight for today, and I can't, it is what it is, my weight for today, and I can't change it. But I did have something else weighing on my heart that I really, really wanted to talk about. And it's not directly related to my weight or my fitness journey or my wellness journey, and probably not even relating to yours if you're watching this video, but it is something that I have seen recently that has really been weighing on my heart a great deal. And that is childhood obesity. Now, I live in the state of Georgia, and in the past, Georgia was second in the nation. Number 2, only behind the great state of Mississippi. We were second in the nation. I have hair in my mouth, I'm so sorry. We were second in the nation for childhood obesity. That means out of all the states, we were only behind one state, Mississippi, in having the greatest number of obese children. We're now currently 8th, so at least we're not second, but we're still in the top 10. That's not really saying a whole lot, because you think of all the states that there are, and that top 10 tier of we have the highest rate of obese children, we're still in that top 10, and that's definitely not great. But if you look it up online, the huge number of the top 10 are southern states. I'm from Georgia. Mississippi obviously is a southern state. You think of the Carolinas, Alabama, in the South. The thing is like in the South, we eat good in the South. That's, we eat a lot of fried foods. But anyway, contrary to our Southern diets, I was just thinking, and I'm tell you what's had me thinking about this topic of childhood obesity recently. I have been doing Instacart on the weekends. I've been doing that for a couple of months, and I've noticed recently, since the first of the year, the beginning of the new year here in January, you see a lot of people. It's so customary in January for people to get on this new year, new me kick, and people start trying to eat better, trying to do better, be better, do better. And I have been noticing more in the past couple of weeks in my Instacart batches that I am getting more foods that are low fat or more whole foods, more fruits and vegetables. But one thing I've also been noticing is I will get some foods that you can tell are someone making a conscious choice to eat something, a little lighter, less fat, something that's a little more wholesome food. But in the same batch of their groceries, you're getting things like boxes of Capri Sun, I see fruit punches, packs of cookies, Little Debbie's. So you can see, just kind of going by the items that you're picking for that batch, that you have someone who's making a choice to eat better. And in the same right, they have someone in that home. And usually you can kind of gauge by the types of products that you're getting that it might be children in the home who are still getting things that most would consider junk food. Sodas, cookies, Little Debbie's, like Hot Pockets, corn dogs, frozen pizzas, stuff like that. And it had me thinking, like, I've noticed that a lot recently. And when I deliver to the home, you can tell there are children there. And then, there's the adults there who you assume are going to be eating these more wholesome, more diet-friendly foods. And the children are still going to be having, the sodas and the Little Debbie's and snacks and stuff. And I've noticed too, it seems like in watching other like fitness journey or weight loss type videos, when people are documenting their own like weight loss journey or fitness journey, they will show like what I eat in a day or my grocery haul. And I notice, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, I'm not shaming anyone. I just noticed that a lot of times they will show you like, this is what I bought, this is what I bought to lose weight. This is what I eat in a day to lose weight. But there will be other foods and other types of foods in their video. And they will say, well, this is for the kids. This is for the kids. And it's really had me thinking a lot, like as an adult myself who struggles with being overweight, struggle with obesity, struggle with health concerns now because of my weight, because I do have uncontrolled high blood pressure, and that is a direct result of my weight. There's nothing else that is physically going on in my body that has contributed to my high blood pressure other than my weight. And it's something that I deal with every day, and I'm on medications for it. And it's a huge contributing factor to why I want to lose weight, and a significant amount of weight, because I don't want to stay on this medicine all my life. And I don't want to have to think every day about could I have a stroke and pass away? You know, could I maybe not see my grandchildren grow up because I couldn't take care of myself? You know, I couldn't make choices to eat better, to be more active, and, you know, get my blood pressure under control. So it got me thinking that as someone, as an adult who's overweight, and in particular, people who really battle obesity or morbid obesity, and they're struggling as an adult. They have the health issues that come with being overweight. They have, you know, the society issues, because we all know that society judges overweight people. You know, we're supposed to, I mean, there's this big movement that we're all supposed to be buying into now. The, you know, I don't even know what it's called. The love my body, healthy at all size and stuff like that. But we all know. We know that people judge heavier people when they see you out. We know that society judges that. So we have that issue. We have the health issues. And then just our own personal, you know, like no motivation, no energy. Like we just want to feel better. We just want to be able to do things like get up and go outside, take our dog for a walk without coming in and having to sit down and take a break just to try to breathe, you know, just different things like that. So we as adults know the consequences of being overweight. And these adults who are making these conscious decisions to try to work on their own weight and improve their own health, it just, and again, I'm not trying to shame anyone. You know, I was a parent, I raised children. You know, my children had Kool-Aid, my children had pizza rolls. I mean, you know, when I was younger and I was raising my children, I didn't always understand, you know, health and the side effects of not having good health and the side effects of like choices that you made. So I've done that, you know, I've been one of those parents. But it just seems to me like as a parent and you are going through and you understand the struggles of dealing with obesity and how hard it is to try to combat that obesity. I just don't understand why there's not a mindset to, rather than this is my food, this is what I'm eating because I'm losing weight, I'm eating healthier, this is what my children eat because this is what they want, versus why don't you go ahead understanding the consequences of food choices and actions, whether to be active or not. Why don't you go ahead and try to instill in them while they're young, you know, the benefit of making better food choices, the benefit of them being active, you know, instead of sitting on the couch for hours and playing video games, you know, go outside, walk around, and you don't even have to send them outside to play. Like, hey, let's all go walk the dog. Or, you know, there just has to be something, and, you know, that you can instill in your children while they're young to really try and prevent them. And a lot of people think, well, my children are overweight, you know, they have a high metabolism. The children do have a high metabolism, and most of the time, you know, they may not be overweight. And you don't think about it, you're like, oh, I'm overweight, but my child isn't. Now, I'm really lucky. My children are both very tall for their age, and neither of them have ever had any weight issues. They've had diet choice issues where they don't eat the healthiest, but they've never had really weight issues. But I think a lot of that too is the fact that they've grown up throughout their life, seeing me struggle with my weight through most of their life. And I think that they intentionally make choices regarding their own diet, their own activity level, to where they see the struggle that I've gone through and they don't want that struggle for themselves. And now they both actually are adults and have children. And I can tell, like, my daughter, her son just turned a year old. So he's like still just really just like learning to eat, just coming off of like formula and baby food. But my son, like, his children are, you know, getting a couple of years old, and I can see how he doesn't let them eat junk food. Not saying that they can't ever have it. Like, yes, the girls are allowed to have like cupcakes or cookies on occasion, but it's like him and his wife, my son and my daughter-in-law, like, they really encourage good eating habits, and they can have something good, a treat, but they're primarily offered, you know, like healthier things. And I think that my son and daughter, seeing the struggle that I've gone through, they have that in their mindset that they don't want that struggle for themselves or for their children. So I'm very lucky in that aspect, but not everyone else is. You know, some people, you know, the children are grown up or raised up in this environment where, you know, maybe their parents are overweight, their older siblings are overweight, and they feel like that's just how it is. You know, we eat junk food, we eat pizza, we eat this, we eat that. And they don't understand the consequence of bad food choices because no one's ever taught that to them. And I just feel like, especially during this first time of the year, the new beginning of the new year, when people are getting on their, you know, their New Year's resolutions to eat better, be healthier, I just feel like as children, this would be the prime time you would want to start teaching them the things as well. Like, if you're going to be drinking water, why are you still buying your children soda? I mean, not saying no one can have a soda. I have soda. We all, I mean, it's just something that, but you're forcing yourself to drink like four bottles of water a day, or how much water, but you're allowing your child to have 4 sodas a day. Like, limit it. And again, you know, I'm not calling anyone out because I can't really tell you anyone specific, but I'm just, based on videos that I've seen and based on my recent Instacart grocery purchases, is like, you can tell that someone, like I said, someone in the home is making a conscious choice to try to eat better, but the children in the home are still not being encouraged as much. And I just feel like when they're children is the time that you really want to teach them about the consequences of their food choices. You want to teach them about how important physical activity is, because as you're going through your struggle, dealing with your own obesity and your own health issues, this has got to be something that you have to, and that you have to feel like you do not want your child to go through, and that you really want to teach them. Again, this is just a rant. I don't know. It's just something that I felt because I did a lot of Instacart batches over the weekend, and I just saw that a lot. Most of my carts really had children getting food that you could tell that they were buying food for their children. That was not very healthy choices, but someone in the home was getting food choices that they were trying to eat better and try to do better. And I'm not calling out anyone. I'm not shaming anyone. Videos that I've seen, you know, this is what I eat in a day to lose weight. all that stuff right there, those are for the kids. You know, I'm not trying to bash or disrespect anyone's parenting, skills, anyone's parenting process. I respect every parent and their right to parent their children the way that they should. This is just something that was on my heart that I felt like I just wanted to get it out there, because I feel like as an adult myself who battles obesity and who is dealing with very potentially serious consequences of bad food choices and bad, like lifestyle choices, like not being active enough, not working out a lot throughout my life. I could never want my child or my grandchild to have to endure what I'm going through and the struggle that I go through now just to try to maintain my blood pressure, to keep it from being a stroke level, or just to try to keep myself from weighing, like just constantly gaining, like how hard it is to try to lose any weight right now. Like this is not something that I could ever want for them. And I just feel like for other parents, like if you're struggling with your own weight issues and your own like health issues that are a result of your weight, this is the perfect time to teach your children about making, better food choices. It's not even about like restricting anything, like not saying you can never have this, you can never have that. It's just about like, hey, you can have this, but why don't we try this too? It's about a balance, because you can't want your child to have to go through the same struggle that you're going through. And I'm not saying that any parent does. I'm not saying that anyone would want their child to go through their struggles with dealing with their weight and health issues. No one could want that. But it's just about understanding that you are setting the example for your child. And this is a great opportunity to let that example be positive and encourage them to have a healthy life, so that they don't in the future deal with stress from being overweight, having medical issues and health problems due to being overweight. And we are the ones who set the example for them, and we should set a good example. We're the ones, we lead the way. And if we're giving them example that it's okay to get into this shape where we're overweight, we're sedentary, and now we have like health issues, heart problems, diabetes, whatever, then we've taught them that. So we can undo the damage that we've done to ourselves through diet and exercise for the most part. And the thing is like through that example, we can also teach our children and even grandchildren how important it is to make better choices, because every decision you make has consequences. It could be good or bad, but your food choices, your activity level, everything you do has some degree of consequences. And I think that if you're going through your own weight issues and struggles, and you're changing your lifestyle or changing your food habits, I just think that's a perfect time to try and incorporate changes in your children's food choices and lifestyle habits as well, just to kind of encourage them to have a better, healthier life, and so that they don't have this struggle in the future. So anyway, for whatever this was worth, it was just something that I wanted to get out there. And if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me. And I hope that this is a I hope this is a matter that's important to you too, like a topic. I hope this is a subject that matters to a lot of people. Childhood obesity and the health and welfare of our children should be important to everyone, whether you have children or you don't. The children are our future, and we should want healthy, active, beautiful young children to grow up, to take over the world, and it's our place to teach them, and to guide them. And so we should all care about the welfare and the health of our children. So with that, I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day, and take care of yourself, and good luck on all your New Year's resolutions. If you've made any, if you didn't, that's fine too. There's nothing set in stone that says anyone needs to make a New Year's resolution. But if you are on a fitness or wellness journey for this year, I would love for you to subscribe and join me as I move along through mine. And it has its good days and its bad days. Definitely its ups and downs, but it's something that we can go through together and support and encourage each other along the way. Have an amazing day. Bye.